Hello everyone, why become a monk in Thailand at the iMonastery? So if you are looking for the reason for yourself to become a monk and the ordination program in Thailand, including the monastic training, following the doctrine of the elder or Theravada Buddhism in Thailand, this video is for you. In the eyes of Buddhism, there are two groups of people. First is the people who live spiritual life fully, just like Buddhist monks, novices, and nuns. And the second group of people is the lay people or ordinary people. These two groups of people, they are looking for something in common in life, which is true peace and happiness. But the thing is, the lay people or ordinary people, they find delight in sense pleasure. Their happiness comes from the material thing, come from what they see, what they hear, what they smell, what they taste, what they touch. Once they have those things, they feel happy, hoping that having more of that would make them happier. In other words, the lay people search for happiness outwardly to the realm of material, to the realm of sense pleasure. Oppositely, Buddhist monks, nuns, and novices, this group of people, they live spiritual life fully. They distance themselves away from the sense pleasure world because they see the drawback in the realm of sense pleasure. So they got themselves ordained, observe a lot of precepts, and following the teaching of the Buddha in search for the true peace and happiness inwardly. So monks are the people who get on the highway of life and move themselves directly toward the path of Nibbana or the path of enlightenment. So these are the two groups of people in the eyes of Buddhism. So over a decade, I have been providing ordination and training for Westerners. A gentleman from around the world have come to Thailand and got themselves ordained. We're talking about more than 1,000 men from 55 countries. There are three main reasons why these gentlemen from around the world come to Thailand and got themselves ordained. First, they believe Thailand is the land of Buddhism, which is true. Thailand is rich by the Buddhist culture. We follow strictly according to Theravada Buddhism school, and 95% of Thai people are Buddhist. There are more than 30,000 temples throughout Thailand, and we are talking about more than 300,000 monks and novices throughout the country. So wherever you go, you can feel the spirit of Buddhism throughout the country. And the second reason is people want to experience the simple life of a Buddhist monk. Buddhist monk is probably the most simplest lifestyle on the planet. We only allow to have a few pieces of cloth, a few items in our life. We eat 2 meals a day. We detach ourselves from the material world and the sense pleasure world as much as possible. And the third reason is people looking for the wisdom from the teaching of the Buddha and the meditation practice. They feel like when they come to Thailand, they will have a chance to access to the teaching of the Buddha, learn the discourses of the Buddha from the Buddhist monk, and perhaps learn how to meditate. So let me share some of the benefits of someone become a monk in case it may help you to make decision a lot easier. First, you will have a chance to get out of your mundane living life cycle. Is there anything bigger or more important than us get up in the morning, going to work, go to school, try to make a living, climbing the corporate ladder, going after success, getting old and waiting to die? Is there something else that's bigger than that and more important than that? Being a monk gives us an opportunity to look deeper into our mind, to find the real purpose of life, the real meaning of life in a deeper dimension. Because when you are secluded and have a chance to spend time with your own self, practice meditation 4-5 hours a day, then you will understand more of the spiritual side of your own life. And another major benefit of someone becoming a monk I like to share with you here is when a man becomes a monk, he exposes himself to the holistic self-transformation process, utilizing the Buddhist teaching. There are at least 4 areas you will be improving for sure. The first area is called physical development. You will have a chance to develop your physical strength. The monks go to bed around 10 p.m. and they would wake up around 4:30 in the morning. That would give you about 6 hours of sleep. And after that, 5 o'clock, you show up for the morning chanting and meditation. And then you would go arms round for about 6:30. You would come back to your monastery around 7:30. And then we have breakfast together. And then in the late morning, we meditate together from 9:30 to 11. And then we have lunch again at 11:30. And then you can have your personal time in the afternoon, study Dhamma or take a rest. And we meet again around 6:30 p.m. in the evening for the evening chanting and practice meditation and listen to the Dhamma talk. And every day is pretty much the same for 30 days of your training. As you can see, you are forced to go to bed on time. You are forced to wake up on time. You eat breakfast and lunch on time. By doing this, Imagine how much your body would be appreciated. A lot of people said they sleep much better, they have less worry, and then they regain the physical strength within this 30 days of the training. The second area is social development. Buddhist monks, we live by rules, lot of rules. You may have heard about 227 precepts, and on top of that, monks need to master all kind of good manner and good habits to make sure that we can live together in peace and harmony. So no matter who you are and where you're from, when you become a monk, you need to follow these rules strictly. Adjust yourself to the group, you learn how to reach out and support others in this spiritual journey. And if everyone understands this and following these rules strictly, it not only help us lessen the conflict into the group, it also help you to develop the quality of your mind toward peace and happiness. And the third area is about emotional development. Throughout the training, you will have a chance to practice meditation at least 4 times a day. Early morning, right after you wake up, late morning after breakfast, and in the afternoon session from 2 to 4, and in the evening after the evening chanting. Imagine yourself practice meditation and mindfulness 4 sessions a day, every single day for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, your mind is not going to be the same because you have been gradually develop the quality of your mind to be more mindful, to be more understanding, to be more calm, peace and relaxed. And the last area is called wisdom development. Buddhist monks will have a chance to access to the Tipitaka or the Buddhist scripture. They will have a chance to learn the Dhamma from their teaching monks, have a chance to ask all kind of questions about the Dhamma. You will be learning all kind of Dhamma from your teaching monks, and that help you to understand the nature of life and how to live good life. The Buddha once said it is difficult to practice spirituality as a lay life because lay life is the narrow path, it's the path of dust which filled with a lot of worry and anxieties. Ordination is a wide open path, it's the path of freedom. So when someone becomes a monk, you slowly disconnected yourself from the outside world and reconnect yourself through the world of inner peace within. I hope some of this information may help you to inspire to take your ordination journey. And now we come to the part of why ordination at the iMonastery. Allow me to begin with the story of Venerable Sariputta when he was asked by another ascetic about, in your doctrine, the doctrine of the Buddha that you follow, what consider the difficult thing to do? Out of all the Dhamma that Sariputta had learned in his whole life, the difficult thing in my doctrine following the teaching of the Buddha is ordination. So this implies something that ordination is not for everyone. It's difficult. It needs courage. It needs determination. During the time of the Buddha, even though he was still alive, wherever he gave the teaching, not everyone who have heard his teaching seek for ordination. But some people who truly understand the teaching and really determined to follow the teaching of the Buddha fully, those people will got themselves ordained. Is there anything else that's more difficult than that? After a man ordained and he find delight and feel comfortable with all the rules, Sariputta said, yes. The most difficult thing is for that monk to realize the Dhamma by himself. So if we reflect on this story deeply, in order for a man to be successful in his spiritual journey in becoming a good monk, he needs to have a proper training. Ordination is one thing and the training is another thing. Ordination process itself takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and after that you become a monk. The most important question is, what happened to your monk life after that moment? Where will you be staying? Who will be looking after you? Imagine that you just reborn in the new life, the life of the monk. There's a lot of things that you don't know down the road. So you should take this into your consideration before you decided to become a monk. What kind of training that you are looking for? What are something that you aim to achieve during your ordination? At the iMonastery, this place is purposely built to be a conducive place for the spiritual training for those who are looking for a short-term and long-term training. We carefully pay close attention to these 4 areas when we develop the iMonastery. First is called place. The iMonastery is located in the northern part of Thailand in Chiang Mai province. This place is in the midst of the nature, surrounded by a lot of trees and the water area, and its altitude is about 900 meters above the sea level. Even though it's in the forest, but it takes about 1 hour and 30 minutes from Chiang Mai airport to the iMonastery. It's not too close and not too far from the village. It's quiet during the day, it's even more quiet during the night. So this place is equipped with the meditation hall, with the balcony where you can meditation all day long. If you like, you can practice walking meditation as well. We have the dining hall and the bathroom where you can have access to the hot water because the weather may be cool all year round. We also have the monk residence. In this place, you are allowed to stay in your private kuti or the private hut where you can rest and practice meditation on your own pace comfortably. And the second factor that makes this place conducive for the monastic training is food. At the iMonastery, we have our own kitchens. We have the staff and the supporter who are happy and willing to support the new monk for the rest of the training. As a Buddhist monk, we're supposed to make ourselves easy to support. We shouldn't be a choosy person or demanding for clothes, for food, for anything. In the reality and from my experience, most of the Westerners may face some challenges when it comes to food. Some of them may be vegan, they don't want to eat meat, they may have allergic to milk, to peanut, to all kinds of things, and they may have a hard time eat the local Thai food. Having our own kitchen will help solve this problem and allow the new monk to feel comfortable when it comes to food. We will make sure that at least they will have something that they can eat. And the third area is called people. At the iMonastery, we have the highly experienced teaching monks and the mentor monks who are standing by to support the new monks from day one that he ordained until the rest of the training, whether he plans to stay 1 month or longer than that. So basically you can have access to them, you can ask them the question, they will be there for you to support you, whatever you need in order for you to achieve your spiritual goal. There will be a group sharing and group discussions, so we have the qualified training team who are ready to support you. There is another important issue for foreign monks who want to stay in Thailand longer. In case you change your mind after 30 days and you want to extend your monastic training, then you need to get the new visa which allow you to stay longer legally in Thailand. So here at the iMonastery, we have the dedicated staff who help you to take care of those issues. You don't have to worry about anything. You can continue your monastic training smoothly. And the last area that makes this place special is about the Dhamma. Here at the iMonastery, we create our own curriculum that's suitable for the Westerner, for non-Buddhist people to come and get to know the teaching of the Buddha. For example, we have our own textbook that used during the training, whether you ordain 1 month or 90 days. You will have a chance to access to more than 100 sutras or the discourses of the Buddha that select from the Buddhist text. That's very essential for the new monk to know. You will get to know how the Buddha trained monks in the past, the concept of the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, the 5 aggregates, including the law of karma, the Nibbana concept, and all kinds of essential Dhamma that the new monk need to know. Many people said at the end of 30-day training, they have learned and understand the teaching of the Buddha much more than they studied by themselves before they got here. As you can see, ordination is one thing and the training is another thing. In order for you to get the most benefit out of your time and investment by coming far away from home and got yourself in Thailand with a 30-day or 90-day, I suggest you to look for the training and ordination program that give you the maximum benefit as you deserve. So if you are interested and looking for more information about the Monk's Life Project, feel free to check out our website at themonkslifeproject.com and reach out for more information from our staff. Looking forward to see everyone here at the iMonastery.